Hey y'all, uh, this is the instructional video that we're going to make for the Dart 2.0. Here I know, and it's going to be awesome because it's very similar to the Dart that you've already made, but it's 2.0. It's a hashtag upgrade. Anyways, so here's how we make it. We're going to go to our directions on how to make the Dart again. Okay, and so we're starting to get maybe a little more comfortable looking at the directions, reading them. And so the first step, we're going to make number one. We fold it in half vertically, or we fold it in half hot dog style. So I'm going to take my piece of paper, I'm going to fold it in half. Come on, fold it in half vertically. And I'll just peek and make sure that my fold is even, corner to corner, edge to edge. All right, so I have my paper folded in half. And now I kind of open it back up. All right, now we're looking at step 2 here. Step 2, we're going to take the top corners and fold them into the middle. And so unfold the paper. So unfolding it is kind of opening it back up, and fold each of the top corners into the center line. So we're trying to make the nose of the plane here. Gives us that point. So I take the top corners of my plane and I fold them to the middle. See, I started here, and then I fold them into the corner there. Great. Now, step 3. Step 3, fold the top edges into the center line. So you're doing this again, where you see the edge here in 2 that we're making. You're going to take that edge and fold it into the middle one more time. So I take that edge, make my fold, and see I took this edge, folded it into the middle. Now I'm going to repeat that fold with the other side. Something I just realized, which is kind of cool. If you're using loose leaf paper, you'll tell your folds are even if you can get those light blue lines to kind of meet up with each other when you make your folds. That I think is kind of helpful, especially if you're using loose leaf paper. Some of us might be using computer paper, and that's okay. So we have made fold 3. Fold 4 is we're folding the plane in half toward you. Okay, so the paper should be laying down on something flat, and then we'll fold it in half. All right, so the only thing you'll see is the outside of the plane. You won't see your folds in, they'll be covered up on the inside. They'll be folded towards each other. So I look like this, I fold together. That is step 4. All right, step 5. We're going to fold the wings down, matching the top edges up with the bottom. So these top edges up here, we're going to fold them down so then they are aligned with the bottom. So I take that top edge and I fold it to the bottom. You'll see that you'll have a little bit of your wing that is longer than the body of the plane. And I'm going to repeat that fold for the other wing. And so I'll take that top edge, bringing it down, trying to match it up as best I can with my other wing fold that I did. Boom. Okay? And so since this is just the Dart, this is how your Dart will look. But this is the Dart 2.0. And this is where it gets a little tricky because the Dart 2.0 doesn't have the picture here. And so you have to be watching and listening very carefully. Okay, so I have my plane, the Dart. Okay, we're going to take a step that is very similar to 5. All right, because when you fold your plane like this, the wings are pretty large. Okay, you are going to make the wings go in one more fold. All right, so I'm going to take these wings from the top part here and I'm going to make a fold one more time. You might notice that your plane feels a little different and it kind of looks funky at the nose. That's okay. As I make my folds one more time, your plane is going to look much thinner too, okay? So now your Dart looks very small. It looks like this. Originally, your wings went out much further. Now you're folding that part of the wings in. You'll kind of notice that your wings can kind of pop out. We want to try to avoid that as much as possible. So you want to take that bottom edge as close to the wing as you can. If you have some, take some masking tape. So you can tape that part together a little better. So then you don't have your wings popping out, okay? That'll give you too much air resistance, which is going to hurt how quickly your plane can fly. I'm using 2 just because 1 didn't feel like enough. And so I just put it on a couple different parts of the plane. My wings are a little smaller, and I've folded those wings more into the body. And if you want to, you can kind of see how my plane comes kind of apart at the top. You can add another piece of tape up there, just kind of going across both wings. So then it kind of helps keep your plane together more. See, now I can't go as far because the piece of tape is holding me there. So this is the Dart 2.0. Happy flying!